Having played Star Wars Hunters for over a year and a half now, with the game hopefully launching within the next few months, I thought I'd talk about 5 things that I think the game is doing really well. Now, I know a lot of people have actually forgotten about the game, or they just don't know what to expect from it, so I'm hoping this video will help. Before I do get into that though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notification bell turned on to never miss a thing regarding Star Wars Hunters and Star Wars gaming. Getting right into it then, Star Wars Hunters is a Star Wars game, and it really does feel that way. Hunters captures the Star Wars essence whilst bringing a new side to it that is very rarely seen in the franchise. The game is set on a planet called Vespara, but pretty much all of the maps are inspired by either Tatooine, Endor and Hoth, and hopefully at launch we'll see even more. And when you're playing on these maps, it definitely does feel as though you're on this planet, as there are lots of little Easter eggs popping up here and there, and the general environmental clutter is taken from those Star Wars locations. As for the Hunters themselves, they're all inspired by iconic Star Wars species and character types, such as a Stormtrooper, a Jedi, Sith, Rebel Hero, Mon Calamari, Rodian, and so much more. So playing as Star Wars characters inspired by major parts of the franchise inside of big Star Wars locations definitely helps to encapsulate that Star Wars feeling. Finally, on that note, Hunters has been done in a way that's not really been done in Star Wars before, as the game is a combat arena with a live audience. It's streamed galaxy-wide on the HoloNet and everything else, so there is a very rich story that the team at Zynga and Lucasfilm can play around with, and I seriously hope they do that. There was the Hunters tie-in book that released back in March, which was really cool to see the behind the scenes of the actual game in terms of how it works in universe, so I really do hope they continue to lead into more of that. The second thing that Hunters does really well at is the cosmetics. Personally, I think there's a really nice balance between new and original ideas when it comes to the skins and stickers and all the rest of it, but then there are also plenty of things that have been ripped from other areas of Star Wars, like the Incinerator Trooper skin for Sentinel, which is in The Mandalorian, or the Correctional Officer skin for Zaina, which is also in The Mandalorian, and seemingly quite a lot in Ahsoka as well. So when it comes to the skins, there's definitely a huge amount of possibilities. Cosmetics will also be a huge part of Hunters' success, as no doubt that will be the main moneymaker, so I really hope they keep up what they're doing with the designs, and hopefully the game will be successful so that it goes on for longer. Number 3 on the list of things the game is doing good at so far is the visuals. Since it launched way back in November 2021 in soft launch, there have been a ton of graphical improvements. The game looked absolutely fine anyway when it soft launched, but now it's on a whole other level by comparison. In the latest update, they introduced a ton of lighting improvements, and most notably on the Ewok village map at night, it looks absolutely stunning. I have no doubt they'll continue to improve the visuals as the game goes on, and I'm really excited to see how it actually looks on the Switch as well, as that will no doubt be even better than the phone. Now, the fourth thing that I think Hunters is good at is the events and seasons. Whenever there's a season on, we get brand new battle passes full of great content that does a great job of keeping you hooked into the game to unlock all of it, along with a steady flow of weekly challenges. So that in itself is great, but on top of the arena pass, Hunters often has events that take place each week, which allow you to grind even more different challenges to unlock more cosmetics and other rewards. Now, sometimes they don't reward you with cosmetics, but the events that do are definitely my favourite, and the latest season that we just had, which ended a few days ago, has definitely been the best example of this, as pretty much every single week there were new cosmetics coming in these events, while you could also be grinding for the battle pass, so I really hope to see that continue. Finally on the list is the gameplay and game balancing. The gameplay isn't anything groundbreaking, but it is definitely fun, and as I said, it captures that Star Wars essence really well. The diverse cast of Star Wars characters makes the game feel pretty different each game, as well as you have to play everyone slightly differently, so I'm really excited to see how the other Hunters play when they eventually come to the game. As for the balancing, from day one the game has been balanced pretty much perfectly. Every Hunter is good in their own right, and I don't feel like there's any particular character who is stupidly OP compared to the others, and if you play the characters how they were designed to be played, then you'll definitely be in a good spot with whoever you play as. Closer to launch I will be making some Hunter guides as well, so stay tuned to the channel for that, but they are the 5 things that I think Hunters is currently doing really well at so far. There are definitely more things that I could add to this list, but perhaps I'll do that in another video if you want to see that. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you are most excited for with regards to Star Wars Hunters. Is it a vast array of cosmetics, or are you looking forward more to the Hunters and the different maps? That is going to be it from me today though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.